Hey people, it's Jim and welcome back to the channel, and it's time for another requested review. This time it is for The Fountain. This film was requested by Bruce. If you would like to request a review of any movie, check out the link in the description. Thanks for requesting this, Bruce, because yeah, so this is Darren Aronofsky, and obviously everyone knows Darren Aronofsky. You know, he's a bit of a nutter when it comes to films, and The Fountain is no exception. This is a complete and utter mindfuck. And I hadn't seen it. You know, I've seen Aronofsky films, but this seems to be the pinnacle of everything he ever tried to do. And you know what? It's going to be hard to talk about this, because this is a film that is just beyond explanation in a lot of ways. It's very much a film that's supposed to be an experience, very much a film that's supposed to just be an attack on the senses, and it is. It basically tells the story of this guy dealing with death in 3 different time periods. Get played by Hugh Jackman, and we see him dealing with it as a doctor who is trying to do experiments to cure death, and his partner is dying from cancer, and we see him in the past as a medieval warrior who is searching for the tree of life. And we see him in the future as this futuristic time traveller trying to work out the mysteries of the universe. This film is insane. The idea of it is absolutely mental. Aronofsky sat down and went, I'm going to just present 3 different time periods. I'm not going to tell you. Like, I had to work this out. I'm just going to show them all in their glory, each time period of this guy. And I'm not going to hold your hands. This is an incredibly challenging film where you do not know what's going to happen at any point. Like, there are times in this film, if you look away to check your phone, or if you look away to have a drink, or whatever it is, go make a drink, turn back, you'll feel like you're watching a completely different film. This film cannot be predicted from one moment to the next. And you have to respect Aronofsky, because this film divided people. This film, you know, lots of people don't like it, lots of people do like it, but you have to remember, and he's pushing the art form. You have to remember when The Shining first came out, and when 2001 came out, and when Clockwork Orange came out. These films divided people, you know, and great, dazzling kind of works of art that are pushing the genre usually do that. And I feel like that's the case with The Fountain. Darren Aronofsky's playing with our fear of death, but he's not just playing with it. He's presenting this story on a grand, epic scale of humanity's journey, you know, this character's journey to overcome the fear of death. That's the underlying idea in this. Aronofsky said he made this film because he wanted to show that one of the great things about humanity was the fact that we did die. He was trying to flip the nihilistic view, which is, what's the point in life if we just die in the end? He said he wanted to flip that, and he wanted to say that the reason life is meaningful is because we die, because it ends. Like, he wanted to show that that's what makes human beings special. And this is a film about showing death in all of its horrific glory, but it's a film dedicated to helping human beings transcend the fear of death. Cinematography in The Fountain is incredible. It is unbelievable. It is 2001: A Space Odyssey, Blade Runner. It is that good. It is that captivating. You know, the scenes of the time traveller specifically are some of the most beautiful and dazzling, but also disturbing, because what happens is freaky. Because Aronofsky's confronting the cosmos. He's confronting this terrifying world, this nihilistic universe. He's confronting it and showing it in all of its bizarre, weird glory, but also in all of its beauty. And Aronofsky, I respect the guy so much, because he came out and said CGI is the easy way out. So he did other things other than CGI. One of the measures he used, which is incredibly hard to understand, is macro photography and something called fluid dynamics, and the visual effects company Look Effects. It just looked dazzling, it looked dreamlike, it looked wondrous. You know, and I respect the guy so much for deliberate. I'm sure there is CGI in this, but he said it was the last resort. I could do it CG, it could look great, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to push the boundaries. And that's what this film is about. It's about pushing boundaries. It's about taking things beyond regular filmmaking. You know, this is a ambitious, daring film. You know, it really, really is. I've never seen anything like it, if I'm being brutally honest. It feels like Darren Aronofsky's magnum opus. It might be his masterpiece. I don't know. I do need to watch this again, because it's one of those films that just, you have to let it wash over you, and then you kind of, at the end of the film, it's like going on a roller coaster, and then you just stagger off at the end trying to process it. It feels like Aronofsky's laying these beautiful breadcrumbs for you to follow. So even though you don't know what's going on and you're trying to make sense of it, he just lays wonderful, the most beautiful breadcrumbs in the world for you to follow. And you just know that you're going to reach somewhere special. You have confidence in it, because what he's doing along the way, even though you don't not fully processing it, it's washing over you in a big attack on the senses. It's so good and so affecting. It still can get underneath the skin, and you trust him to ultimately make it make sense. Hugh Jackman is incredible in this. You know, obviously he plays 3 different characters, and he does them all so convincingly and so believably. His performance is almost the embodiment of what Aronofsky wants to do in this. He wants to capture the fascination of humanity, the despair of humanity, the fear of humanity, but also the desire, the yearning for love and to hold on to people. You know, that story of the doctor and his wife trying to save her from cancer is ground level. You know, it's a very, very human love story. It keeps the film grounded. It keeps the film from getting pretentious, because it's understanding. And then obviously we go back to the medieval times with this warrior who's wide-eyed and determined to discover the tree of life. The space traveller scenes are probably the times where you can't really relate. You were just sat there, you know, because this character, you believe completely in Hugh Jackman's performance that he probably knows more than we could ever know. But the beauty of those scenes that he still hasn't worked out the greatest mystery in the world, death. He still hasn't worked that out. So there is still a vulnerability there. It's all about that. And it's about the vulnerability, but also the capability of humanity, and the things we don't know, and the coming to terms with the things we don't know, but also the potential we have to become. You know, this character is becoming all through these time periods. And well, I'm probably not going to spoil things much more. You know, I don't know if Bruce wanted me to go deep into this, but I want people to watch it. I really, really do. I feel like this is one of the most films out there you should watch. I'm shocked at myself that I never saw this. It goes way back to 2006. This is an essential film. It really, really is. It's a mindfuck of epic proportions, but it's a fantastic movie. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please click on another video on the screen now and subscribe if you're a movie geek just like me. I will see you guys next time.